Well, greetings, Business 10 students. This is Mr.D, and this is week 4 of our 14-week course in Introduction to Business here at Chaffey College. And I wanted to do a video once again and just kind of explain last week's assignments a little bit, go over those, as well as look at what you should be working on and completing this week here at Chaffey College. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And here I am looking at both of my classes, and this is the 14-week class right here. And so this is where we're at. Of course, we're in Module 1 still. This is our, actually, I take it back. We just finished Module 1, and now we're starting Module 2 with Chapter 4 on forms of business ownership. So this is a really important chapter because it deals with how you structure your business before the government, and there's many different forms of business ownership. You could be a sole proprietor, you can be a partner, you can be an LLC, you can be a corporation, you can be an S Corp, you can be a B Corp. There's all these different formations. So it's important for you to understand what the benefits and pros and cons are of each of those kinds of business formations, so that when you want to start a business someday or run a business, you'll understand what your limitations are or what kind of business you'd like to file as. And this all has to do with taxes, it all has to do with liabilities, all those kinds of things. So it's a very critical chapter to understand. Most students really enjoy it because it's new information. They've heard all these terms before, but they've never been able to understand what they mean. And so you'll be able to define them by the time you're done reading through this chapter. So I want to encourage you to, of course, read the chapter. You can do that by just stepping through, as I showed you in the first video, by selecting one of these folders in Module 2, week number 4. And as you get done with each one, you just hit next, and it brings you to the next page and next until you get down to our coursework, which starts with the PowerPoint. So you might want to review that first and then start your check-in assignment. Now, let me stress the check-in assignments. A lot of you are skipping out on these, and they're worth 10 points, and those 10 points are going to add up actually 150 points total for the class. It'll hurt you if you don't do these. It's like losing 10 points. And it's my way of assuring that you're checking in, and it's my way of assuring that you're getting into the book and reading. And so they're only open for 1 week. You cannot make them up. So if you skip them, you're losing those points and you can never make it up. So please don't skip out. Complete the check-in assignment by answering a couple of questions from the chapter. They don't need to be long. Don't give me an essay. Just give me a short paragraph answering each question. That's all I need. You can take the answer right out of the textbook unless I ask you to put it in your own words. So it's not difficult. Just find the answer, give it to me. You'll get automatically 10 points for doing it. Make sure you don't skip those. Then, of course, you have your pros and cons of business formation. Now, this is a worksheet that I put together that allows you to select one of the forms of business and evaluate it. So if you pick sole proprietorship, what are the pros of having that formation? What are the negatives? What are the positives? What are the negatives? And then give me some examples of companies that could be or are using a sole proprietorship type of formation. And so that's what you're going to do. Or if you want to pick corporation or LLC, it gives you a chance to dig a little deeper on that style of business formation. Of course, you're going to have a quiz on Chapter 4, which is just understanding the material. And then finally, you're going to be starting discussion post number 2, which you will have a few weeks to get done. You'll have at least 3 weeks to do it. But in discussion post number 2, you're going to be answering the question, where do good ideas come from? And it's an article that you need to read, and a really good article on where people get ideas for business. And so if you're wondering, like, how do people come up with all these great business ideas? Well, this article is going to give you some practical ways in which you can find business ideas. So make sure you read the article and then you answer the questions here. And then when you're done, you make a post by clicking reply at the bottom down here. Then you can also comment on other students' posts. And you need to do at least 2 other students' posts in order to have a chance at getting full credit. And when you do reply to theirs, you just need to, when they post a reply, you just select the little reply arrow down here to reply to theirs. And then you can put your reply in. And I see all of your replies as well as your post as I go in to grade your assignment. So that's what you need to focus on this week. So again, you have a check-in assignment for Chapter 4, you have a quiz for Chapter 4, and then you have homework, which is evaluating a particular type of business formation, and then start your discussion post. Discussion post, you have 3 more weeks to get it done, but please don't wait till the end. Try and get it done sooner than later. Sometimes I'll go in and actually comment on yours before it's over to give you some different thoughts.